I don't, oh my God, this is gonna be awful. I don't really understand why I haven't seen, more, I don't know, like, absolute guttural heartbreak over this. And I don't know why it's hitting me that way, because everybody's been really mad, and there's been the, the usual sensational rabble. And this, I can't even really look at it because it makes me so fucking emotional. And I think that's probably because it feels super personal to me. It feels super personal because my granddad was a World War II vet. Not just any World War II vet. He was in the 101st Airborne, which I couldn't find that picture. I've got the picture of him in his uniform. Yes, he was in the 101st Air. But it's like one of the last significant conversations I had with my granddad was when I was in college, and we got told, like, interview one of your grandparents so that you can learn about, like, how their lives were and yada yada. Anyway, long story short, we ended up talking for over an hour, maybe 2 hours, and he told me all about his childhood growing up through the Great Depression. And then he told me about his time in World War II. Now, my granddad here was a paratrooper. And those in the know will know that was like one of the scariest things to have. He was a medic, thankfully, which is probably the only reason he survived. But yeah, he was a medic and a paratrooper in World War II. And he told me about a nighttime jump that they had to do one time, dead of night, and I believe it was winter. I'm not even going to quote the location because I can't remember. I would have to go and pull up the interview. But essentially talking about dropping in the middle of the night and his friends getting picked off around him. And by the time he landed on the ground, he was like the only one in his little group that had jumped that was still alive. And what really kills me about it is at the end of that, oh my God, I'm going to get emotional talking about this. At the end of that interview, when I was like, Grandpa, that's crazy. That's crazy that you did that stuff. And he said, we did it so that everyone could be free. He said, I'll never regret what happened, even though it messed him up. It messed him up emotionally. He struggled for years after he came home. Wasn't the best father because of what he had lived through and seen. But he was like, that's the cost, and I would do it again because that's what it takes. I did that so that here at home we could all be free. Black, white, man, woman, doesn't matter. That was my sacrifice for them. And now seeing that display, it's just like he lost all his friends. He came home an emotionally numb, scarred man. Forever changed the course of our family in the worst possible ways, the experiences that he had in World War II. And now just lightheartedly, because a bunch of ignorant, idiot fuckboys that have no concept of what people like this went through, they're just playing Hitler. We're going to sacrifice the lives of people. We're going to go through this again because some idiots want to play pretend Hitler. And it invalidates everything the men and women, like everything everyone did. It's just like, where do we go from here,